everyone, and welcome back to Cloud BI Academy. In today's video, we will unlock one of the most asked topic. It is user-defined functions. So, in this topic, we have covered what is a user-defined function, what is a store procedure, what's the difference, and how do you use them with real-time demos. So, we will also explore inline and versus multi-statement functions, performance tips, and what to say in interviews. So let's go step by step. So first start with the what is store procedure. So a store procedure is a precompiled block of SQL statement. Think of it like a task performer. It does thing, take input, execute logic, and it can insert, update, or delete data, and it can return multiple result set, and it can include transactions and error handling. So store procedure are functions in programming but meant for actions. How we have created the store procedure, I have already created a video, so I will provide that link also. So here I have created a simplify store procedure. So our purpose is like a get customer by city. So we require data from customer table basis of city. Okay. So here we have defined one input parameter which is used for filtration of our data based on the city. After that, we have put our syntax between begin and end clause. Okay. So here we have written our query select star from customers, and here we have defined our filter criteria like city what we pass based on that we have getting the result sets. So let's create this store procedure. Okay. So here we have first we check what data in our table, and based on that we have get the results. Okay. So for London city, if we have required the data, so we just put execute our procedure name and what the city name. Okay. So based on that we can getting the all the customer list which belongs to city, this London city. Same as it is, we can change the values also. And if you have required more detail on that, so you can refer my previous video which is based on store procedure. So if talking about in which condition we have using the store procedure, so use store procedure when you want to perform logic, not just return a value. Okay. So if you lots of block of codes are there and you perform some logic for your application, so we have using the store procedure. So now move to our next uh, topic. So this is what is our actual like what is a user defined functions. Okay. So why I'm talking like user defined function, because it is created by us to define like some define the logic. Okay. So first we go to their definition like uh, function is a SQL object that return a value. It cannot change data, just process and return results. So you use them inside select, where, or join clauses like reusable formulas. Okay. Then we have discussed what are the types of user-defined function. So here you have go through with the first type, scalar function. It is return a single value like a full name, age, and any customer related city information. So we can getting from this. Second function is inline table valued function. So inline table valued function, it is just return a table using a single select, and it is very fast. Okay. And third type is multi-statement table valued function. So actual multi-statement table valued function, it is return a table using multiple statements. It's slower but flexible. Okay, so in dynamic purpose we can use there. So let's go through one by one demos for different types. Okay, so first we started with the scalar function. So in this function we have just this is our syntax, create function, and what is our function name. So in a scalar function, because we have required we have a multiple, like we have a first name available in our table, last name is available in our table. So we want to concat the data. Okay, so we required a full name on that. So here we have first input, first parameter we have defined as a first name, second is last name, and return our data into nvarchar 100. It means like return the what we value return in string form we have saved here. Okay, so what is our syntax? I have simplified our syntax in like we have a first name, we have a last name, and based on that we have concat both the data. So based on that we have getting the full name. Okay, so let's create the this function. Now we have put any two strings, it is join the strings. Okay, in I can show you in other way. Like we have a one test, and this is our user. So it is combining both, and we getting the test user. Okay. So this adds reusability inside your select query, but it run row by row. Okay. So be careful with large tables. Now move to our second type of function, that is called our inline table valued function. So basically inline table valued function, it is a fast and efficient. Okay, so sometime like I have created this function based, we have getting all the data based on the city. Okay, so we have defined our filter criteria city, and here our statement is changed, returns table. Okay, and based on that return our what is our syntax, it is getting data from the select customer table and what we pass. So based on that we have getting that. So let's create this function. Okay, and I have put here London. So this is extracting our data. Okay, so as I already said, like it is fast and efficient. So SQL Server inlines it into the main query for better optimization. So most of the time we have using this thing for calculating like getting some result sets, and based on that uh, we have perform our actions. Okay, then our last function type, it is called multi-statement table valued function. Okay, so in this function it is used uh, when you need multiple operation to form your result table, like filtering and formatting. Okay, so I'm going through that. Uh, so here we have just create our function. Okay, it is return our result in a table form, and here we have defined in what data we have saved in where. Okay, so customer ID, our first column, second column is full name, third column is email. Okay, so in this query basically we have defined a table structure. Okay, like we have required our data set in this form, so you can understand more better it. Now we have insert into add the result. It means we have insert our all the data in this defined table. Okay, and here our customer statement. So it is getting our full name. Okay, so we have covered customer ID, we have getting full name, we have getting email, we have getting, and also we have put here where filter criteria like email is not null. Okay, so this function is, we can create this function. Okay, so if we run this function, so we get the all the results with these three columns. So it is a, we can customize based on requirement, like sometimes we have required more columns, so we just define here, and here we have put our logics like if we casting something data, or any conversion is there, so these type of things we can do here. Okay, so basically when you need multiple operations, so you can perform this, we can use this function. So now let's move to differentiation of this. So side by side comparison is there. So if I'm going to one by one, so if talking about returns, so in store procedure, multiple result sets are there. In user defined function, only single value or table. Okay. Talking about DML operations, so in store procedure, we have allowed insert, update, delete. Okay. But in function, it is not allowed insert, update, and delete. Next thing is error handling. Here we have do the try catch support, but in function it is not supporting. Same as it is talking about users in SQL statements. So through select we can't execute our store procedure. For that we have used the execution or execute keyword. Okay, but for functions we can use select, where, and join. Okay, if talking about the transactions, so here we have can begin, comment, rollback. These things we can perform, but here we can't handle the transactions. This is the important thing. Okay, so here we have rollback, but here we can't do same thing. If talking about output type, it is provided in result sets and output parameter. And if talking about the functions, so it is in scalar form or table valued form. If talking about the main important thing is performance, so better for large data or transactions, and function is good for simple reusable logic. And next thing is calling for from function and calling from procedure. So store procedure can't be called through function. Okay, but function you can call with another function. It means in within one function you can call the another function. So I can show that part also. In next demos, I will show you how to call another functions in within function. Then call next last one is calling from procedure. So yes, we can call here and function also. So remember this thing, because in interview it is a lifesaver for you. Okay. Now we discuss when to use what. Okay. So if talking about store procedures, so if business logic execution are there, okay, complex operations, then we have used the store procedure. If something modification, data modification, updating, inserting data, so we can use store procedure. And next thing we have remember, like while we perform the transactions, like we require rollback, commit, and these things. So we have used the store procedure, and here we have performed the batch operation. It means within one batch we have uh, do the multiple things. Okay. And same thing for the user defined function. It is a here we have calculated columns, filtering data in queries, and reusable expressions. So this is a performance consideration if talking about. So stored procedure are pre-compiled, optimized for larger operation. Okay. And scalar user defined function may cause row by row execution if talking about the performance things. In 2019, like greater than 19 version, SQL Server 2019 plus, like in 22. So here scalar user defined function inline improve the speed also. Okay. So in new versions we getting these things. So we can remember these point also. So let's prepare for your interview. Okay. So what are the questions sometime ask? Can user defined function modify data? So your answer is no. Okay. Second question sometime asked, like, can store procedure return a table? Yes, it is a return a table or return a result set. And where can you use user defined function? So we can directly say, like, it is a select, join, and where. And if talking about performance tip, you can avoid scalar user defined function in large data sets. Okay. And if talking about the best practices, like what when we working on any project, so use inline table valued function for performance. Okay. Avoid complex scalar user defined function in selects, and keeps store procedure logic modular, and test performance for large data set. So let's wrap it. I can share the detail also. So in summary, we have discussed about we had discussion about the store procedure, like perform task, modify data. We're talking about user defined function, return value or table in read only form, and understand both. They are powerful when used right. Okay. So thank you for watching this video. So don't forget to share and subscribe for more hands-on SQL tutorials. So do you have prefer store procedure or function in your real project? So keep learning and keep querying smart. Thank you.